Welcome. You guys are watching the Jca Sports Podcast. Guess who's here today? Jonathan Palayo. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, brother? How you feeling, man?
What's
Good to
up,
see
bro?
you. Good to see you.
I love the background. We got the Jays. We got the Funko Pops. Hell
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Trying to get something new going on. Get something
It looks good. It looks
new
good.
going. I appreciate it.
No, of course, man. We appreciate you being back, and welcome everybody who's watching us again. We're all back here on a
You
great
back, baby.
Wednesday night, man. What on a fall? Almost, it seems like it's fall, spring outside. Right? What happened to winter?
It does, man. It don't. You know what? I do say it does feel like more fall than spring.
It really does.
Because you know what? Especially like recently, it's been like hot in the morning. Whether I'm going to work, taking the kids to school, going to the gym. But then, like, the minute I come out, which is like middle of the day-ish, regardless of which of the three I'm doing, it's fucking cold. It's windy.
Right.
It's kind of cloudy. You're like, damn. It don't even feel like February.
Yep. What it do, baby? Paulina Martinez, a.k.a. Bay.
A.k.a. the love of your life.
Right.
My future comadre.
Yep. In the chat, what's up?
How y'all doing? What's up, Plina?
Man, we have a good show. We have an interesting show.
We have a great show coming.
Yeah, because we have obviously we got to talk Super Bowl, man. Super Bowl just happened. The Chiefs defeated the Philadelphia Eagles, so we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk Super Bowl. We're going to talk. There's more chatter, John. There's more talk.
Absolutely.
Justin Fields should be traded.
I don't want to hear this blasphemy, but we're gonna get into this.
Yeah, we're gonna get into
that. We're gonna get into this.
Right, exactly. We're gonna get into some blasphemy, and of course, we gotta shout out. You gotta shout out Laura. That's why you don't see Eric on today, because his girlfriend, aka my sister, it's her birthday today. So happy birthday to Laura.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday, Laura. Hope you're enjoying the day with
his better half. Right, his better half, his better side.
With your better half, your beautiful baby girls. Hope Eric's treating you right.
Speaking of the devil, there he is. Look at that.
Toxico in the chat.
Why are you here?
Right, man. I don't even see a text message letting us know, but it is what it is. We expected it.
Right, but it's okay.
Be your own boys.
Justin Fields. There's some guys who want Justin Fields out of Chicago, John, believe it or not. We're gonna get into some of that. And speaking of Chicago, the Bulls last week at the trade deadline, guess what they did?
I'm pretty sure they went all out, right? They're gonna rebuild around the core like we anticipate the Bears to do, and just like the White Sox do. I think they made moves, right?
No, they didn't do a damn thing. Nothing. They didn't really rebuild around the core. They didn't make moves around. They didn't trade anybody. And we'll definitely.
It's typical Chicago fashion, bro. This is it. This is the world we live in out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe when we go to Arlington with our Bears, we'll see better moves made. But as far as while our teams are here in Chicago, ain't no one doing shit.
Speaking of the Bears, they closed. They finally closed on the Arlington Heights. Yes, what is it? Ground territory.
Whatever the rights to what is it? Corey said. Jordan, where's my trophy, boy? If you don't get y'all, you need to change his profile picture, man. That shit dead, boy. That's probably why they lost. Because Jordan jinxed them.
CP. What it do, CP? We gotta. Let me get the link here so we can put.
Come on, CP, hop on, brother.
I'm gonna get the link for you guys here.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna put it on the chat for y'all. All you gotta do is click that link if you guys want to join the show. Allow access to your microphone, to your camera, and you can get on it. You don't even have to. You don't have to allow access to your camera if you just want to hop on, and we can do it like a phone call style. You can just be on there. You can do that too.
Yes, sir. Jordan Stephen.
So they had to write it out for the change.
Because he knows he jinxed him, man. Fucking Pooh Shiesty, or what's he called? Joe Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty.
Fucking jinxed my boy. Nah, that's your boy.
And I said I jinxed. Oh, man. If that's the case, Jordan, come on. I wanted the Bengals to win. I think the Bengals could have won.
Fucking Jordan jinxed Home Alone, bro. I mean, shit. We're gonna discuss the Super Bowl. But
can do it right now.
I mean, to be honest though, if the Bengals would have made it, I could have seen the Bengals beating the Eagles. The way the Eagles came out to play.
Well, I don't know. It was a close game, man.
It was. Here's the thing, though. For the record, everyone knows. I picked Chiefs. I was repping Chiefs gear. My family has a tradition where we watch the Super Bowl. Everybody, wears the gear of the team you're repping. Obviously we all Bears fans, but we ain't seen the Bears in the Super Bowl.
We get it. Yeah,
we get it, right? It's fun, So my kids and I were repping Chiefs. I had plenty of wagers on the Chiefs. I told you guys in the chat, I bet them every quarter to come back, and for me, it paid off. But realistically, yes, it was a great Super Bowl. The score reveals it. We'll talk about the penalty later, but I just feel like looking at the Chiefs, team. This team is much weaker than the last Chiefs team that won the Super Bowl, and even the Chiefs team that lost the Super Bowl to the Bucs. That's why I say if the Bengals would have made it, I think they would have easily beat the Eagles because they just have more weapons.
Yeah.
I know I've talked my shit about Joe Burrow. I rank him top 5. I'm not going to say top 3. I would probably put 3 quarterbacks ahead of Joe Burrow, me personally. But overall, just the team he has, think about it. Shit, put Mahomes on the Bengals, they're probably putting up 50 in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, as far as receiving wise, this has been even running back, receiving, running back. This is Patrick Mahomes' probably weakest team he's had, but yeah, he just won a Super Bowl off of it.
Which is crazy to say because you're right. This is out of all the teams he had, this is definitely the less talented one.
Exactly. I mean, as much shit as fucking Smith-Schuster be talking, like, bro, you're not even wide receiver 1, dude. Like, you don't put wide receiver 1 performances up. Like, yes, by name and by talent, looking around at who else is out there besides Travis Kelce, he's not wide receiver 1. And I don't know if you've seen a tweet from AJ Brown. He talked that shit, but his shit was valid. Even if he lost, he still talked that shit to Juju, and that shit was valid.
Yeah. No,
I'm just saying, man. Like, yeah, I mean, I just feel like it comes down to Pat Mahomes, bro. He won MVP. He was the first MVP to win the Super Bowl because there's been a curse on that. You win MVP, you lose the Super Bowl if you make it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, when it came down to it, if you line them up, like, aside from the quarterback versus quarterback, just look at offensively, the Eagles had way better weapons. That's what I'm saying. If you were the Bengals had made it, shit. Even if the Bills and Josh Allen never chokes, if we get like a clutch Josh Allen performance, they probably wipe the floor with the Eagles, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, what? Maybe they wipe it. Maybe they wipe. The thing is, the Philadelphia Eagles still made it a really close game. They were still.
They did. I'm sorry. I was about to say Justin. I mean, Hurts did his thing out there.
Yeah,
Hurts did,
and that's the thing. And that's the thing. Like the Eagles had a way more talented team than the Kansas City Chiefs did.
They 100%. Did, but I think it came down to coaching and quarterback. It
came down, really, if you think about it. It really just came down to the fact that Jalen Hurts had that fumble and that was went back for a touchdown. If that hadn't happened, the Eagles would have won that game. Let's be honest. That's what it really came down.
They would have won that. Yeah, I'll give you that. I do give you that. And then, I mean, even that they came back and tied it, but it comes down to, it came down to the last few minutes, and it's like, bro, realistically, you give me under. If you were to tell me in any game, not just Super Bowl, any game in particular, Pat Mahomes has the ball for the very last drive of the game, 10 out of 10 times I'm betting Mahomes to cash that in. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal to win the game, 10 out of 10 times I'm betting Mahomes. It is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
That's just how good Pat Mahomes is. And, I mean, for all you people that say the Bears should have took him, the Bears would have taken him, we wouldn't have this Pat Mahomes. We wouldn't have Hall of Famer Pat Mahomes stats. I just need to make that clear. As much as I love my Bears, we all know the Bears suck at developing quarterbacks. We'll get into that conversation later. But Pat Mahomes, give him the ball with the game on the line, he's going to come and clutch 10 out of 10 times, no matter who's on his team.
Yeah. And you're right, because that there goes our boy CP as we bring him in.
There goes that boy. There goes that boy. Hey, we rocking glasses today, Jose. Where your glasses at, bro? Come on.
You know what? I need to get them.
What up, CP?
Man, just watch the Bulls blow another damn game.
We were just talking.
Talking about that, bro.
I
thought Vooch was gonna go off today.
I mean, my bad. I watched Zach LaVine blow another game.
Oh my God, $200 million man. There goes that man, boy.
Oh man. Well, here's the thing. We'll
talk Bulls later, man.
Yeah, we'll get to the Bulls. We're talking Chiefs and Eagles, and I was just about to say.
I know. I heard John say he think the Bengals might have beat them.
Absolutely.
Man, they would have tore Joe Burrow in that lineup.
Oh, come on, bro.
Only Patrick Mahomes can make a game out of that.
And I was just gonna say, I'm glad you brought that up because I was just going to say what we saw from Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs was almost reminiscent of Brady and the Patriots when he had no wide receivers, when he had nobody going on.
Yeah, and I'll give you that one.
You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. If you give us a quarterback with weapons like Joe Burrow has, they're gonna fucking win. They're gonna cash it in.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. Besides Kelsey, do Mahomes really got any receivers?
That's what I just said. I said by default, Juju's number one. Just off the name alone,
which
bro.
is a terrible number one.
And that's what I said, bro. AJ Brown called his ass out on Twitter, and even though, despite AJ Brown being losing on the Super Bowl, everything he said was valid, bro.
Yeah, everything he said was valid.
He talked his shit, and it was valid. We might not even see Juju on the team next year, and you're defending, Super Bowl champion.
Right, because he's on a 1-year deal, right?
Yeah. 1-year deal.
So just to pull back the curtain a little bit, for those who don't know, yesterday Juju put out a tweet it was Valentine's Day yesterday, so he put out one of those Valentine's Day cards, the memes that we usually see. That was
hilarious.
It was a Bradbury, right, the cornerback, who held Juju Smith-Schuster the last play of that game, basically. And it said, "Hold me." What did it say? Hold me when
it said, "I'll hold you when it matters most."
I always hold you when it matters most, with a picture of Bradbury on there. Which was funny. That was funny.
It was funny as fuck, dude. Like,
it was really funny.
Like, now that I think about it, I should have used that same tweet and sent it to somebody's fine ass baby mama, but I didn't. I didn't though.
But for real, it was funny.
It was funny as fuck.
AJ Brown came out and said, first and foremost, congratulations, but this is lame. Like you were basically on your way out the league before Patrick Mahomes resurrected your career.
Yep. So, he's called him like on your 1-year deal. You fucking like TikTok. Right. He said something about like you TikTok dance or something like that.
I would have understood if somebody like Kelsey did it or something, but like
right.
I
mean, it was funny, bro. It was funny.
Bad timing.
It's valid, I mean, he was out there. It was funny.
He did his thing though. He helped them toward the end. He did pick up like 7 straight first downs for them. So I give him credit for that. But then again, Mahomes could have probably picked that up with anybody. So
I mean,
just be a decent receiver.
Crazy.
Just get open.
I didn't show it, but I hit a parlay for everybody that scored. I bet all those people scored, and I bet Clyde and Edwards-Helaire, but they avoided it, so my bet won. It was fucking crazy, dude. I didn't send in the chat because I've been like a zombie because of work. I don't even know what I send y'all no more, but literally every touchdown, I bet it, and it fucking hit in a parlay. I was like, let's fucking go. I was going nuts when fucking
I'm about to say, who's the running back for the Chiefs that
Pacheco.
Pacheco.
The other one, McKinnon. He almost screwed me at the end. I won $600 off that, but he almost screwed me at the end. If he would have went in for that touchdown, I would have been screwed. I'm glad he went down.
Yeah. They were smart for doing that because they needed the time to basically run out.
Jalen Hurts would have definitely drove that field easily.
He was doing it all game. How can you not?
He was
ease. He impressed me more than anybody. I got to be honest, bro. I haven't seen the Eagles really challenge this whole postseason. What Jalen Hurts did, he literally outplayed Mahomes.
Statistically wise, absolutely. I mean, Jose mentioned it earlier. If he never fumbled, they probably would have won the game.
Oh yeah,
which is true because I was telling Jose, realistically, we'll talk about this, a little later, but Mahomes has been, Mahomes and Andy Reid and this Chiefs team, they're fucking their money. It's hard to bet against them, but realistically,
never bet against them.
Realistically, this is Mahomes' weakest team that he's been in any Super Bowl appearance.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
And with that being said, I'm glad you brought that up because I have a question that I wanted to ask you guys, right?
Yes, sir.
But, because this was very reminiscent of Tom Brady with the Patriots in his prime.
TB12,
I have a debate for everybody. I have a question. Would you rather, right? Which team would you rather have if your life was on the line? You have to pick a team today.
My life is on the line.
Will it be Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid at the helm in their prime? Right? It doesn't have to be this particular team that we just saw in the Super Bowl. It could be last year or the last time they won. Or would you rather have the Patriots with Tom Brady, Bill Belichick in their prime? Who is better? Which team takes the advantage? Super Bowl game, who wins it?
Okay, before we answer the question, can I ask you, what year will you consider Tom Brady's prime? Because there's a little bit of gaps, from when he won, when he lost. Yes, we granted Tom Brady's won all his rings with the Patriots, but there was, some losses in the mix. So, just specifically, because we're talking about Mahomes in a 4-year span that he's been in the Super Bowl. He's been in 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. So realistically, what Tom Brady, span are we looking at? Because you can realistically, you can call any span of Tom Brady his prime.
Right. Which decade can you go to? You could either go to the first decade or the second decade.
Right. That's the thing, because Brady, for a good span, Brady won the championship it was once every other year.
I believe it was then he go 10 straight.
Right. He won in.
So I got him right here. So obviously he won in 2002, 2004, 2005, right?
Yep.
But then after that, his next one didn't come until 2015.
Yeah. So I would deem that his prime, because we saw him, when we saw him beat the Falcons and the Rams.
Yeah.
Personally, the Rams and even his Bucks, Super Bowl, because he had a good ass team. That's it's kind of prime Brady / vintage Brady right there. That for me personally. Just because my age, I don't really remember the early 2000s Brady. I was a little kid. But as far as
clear as day.
Okay, so that's the thing. You can either go the first 3 years, which that Brady was, because he won. They were winning, right? Even that 10-year gap, he was still making AFC championships like it was nothing. They were still one of the greatest teams in that 10-year gap with Brady, Belichick, and the Patriots. But it wasn't until 2015. It was every other year he was winning championships.
Yeah.
2015, 2017, 2019, 2021. Every other year.
Yeah.
So that's all. Could also be his prime.
I would say those earlier years was more about the Patriots defense when they beat the Rams and when they beat the Panthers. It was more about Brady. I would say when they beat Seattle, when they beat the Falcons, I would say that was more about Brady.
Seattle, I forgot about that Seattle. You're right. The Seattle one.
The Seattle was 2015 though.
Huh?
Yeah, but okay, we're gonna start there. We're gonna, for the sake of this argument.
All right.
I would start there. That's what I'm gonna compare.
Yeah.
I know. I've seen people on the internet try to discredit the Seahawks Super Bowl because of the, Russell Wilson passed the ball instead of running it.
But at the end of the day,
exactly, it's not Brady's fault. But Brady did his part of the job. His defense part. It's a whole team, I get it, and who's the captain of the team? It's
the Legion of Boom. Do you know how hard it is to score?
Exactly. I'm just throwing that out there. When we post this later as a reel, we might get those comments.
Gronk was his best catcher at the time, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, Gronk was way better catcher than Julian Edelman. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was him and then Julian Edelman going against Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor. Come on, man.
Absolutely,
that's prime Brady right there.
So
very reminiscent to what we've seen this year, though, with Patrick Mahomes having his tight end, his best catcher, going against a very good defense in the Philadelphia. That's what I'm saying. It's really.
So really I would say. Damn, Eric said easily. What did he say?
He said Chiefs.
Chiefs easy. Mahomes is an extra weapon. See, I'm glad Eric mentioned that. I'm sorry did you want me to go first?
No, you're good. Go ahead. Yeah, go.
All right. So I'm glad Eric mentioned that, because when you first asked this question in the chat, to prepare, I was thinking, okay, Mahomes, because of how athletic he is, but I got to be true to my word. This has been his weakest team. It is Andy Reid. I feel like when it comes to a chest-to-chest matchup, you're going to see Andy Reid's Chiefs with Mahomes more of the offensive pieces, whereas, Bill Belichick had that defense was on lock even when
that's true.
It was Tom Brady, doing all the work. So it's when you look at it up, right now, speaking this day, Mahomes is the next GOAT. I've said that Mahomes is the current like active GOAT right now. Fuck Aaron Rodgers, everybody else. But at the end of the day, until he surpasses Tom Brady's numbers, as far as how many rings he's got, it does. I can't rule out Tom Brady because we've seen Tom Brady beat Mahomes in the Super Bowl on the Bucs team. Granted, we're comparing the Patriots to the Chiefs team, but we've seen an older Tom Brady beat this young athletic Mahomes. So I'm definitely going to put my money on prime Tom Brady and his Patriots just because that team was so catered to Tom Brady. Defense was on point. Offense was, whatever you want, that's fine. Whereas right now, it's literally like, okay, Andy Reid will cater the play calling to work for Mahomes, but we don't see the offense cater to Pat Mahomes like the Patriots offense was catered to Tom Brady. And the defense, realistically, I mean, they're all right, but they're not like we saw in the Super Bowl, like the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, he literally dropped a 30-piece on his defense and gave them a touchdown. They almost gave them 2 touchdowns that got called back. So it's like that's why I'm banking Tom Brady, prime Tom Brady and the Patriots would be this dynasty of the Chiefs that we're in right now.
What do you think, CP?
Well, I'm answering your question, what you said, like who you would rather have.
Yeah.
Obviously, I get how great Tom Brady is, but like I said, it wasn't just Brady all those years. It was that defense too, whereas the Chiefs, it's Mahomes or nothing. If I don't have Mahomes, Andy Reid, then, this team's going to be terrible. Mm-hmm. If Mahomes doesn't perform, the Chiefs are probably going to get blew out. This is probably the best defense Mahomes has probably ever had, and that's really saying something considering they just gave up 35 points.
Yep.
But I look back to some of these Super Bowls with Brady where, like, the one against the Rams where they only won 10-3 or where they held the Chiefs to 9 points. You know how hard it is to hold Patrick Mahomes to 9 points. Brady has had a great defense most of his career, like 90% of his career. Mahomes pretty much has really never had a defense. He's always had to carry this team on his back, which shows you how great he is. And that whole thing where he can get out the pocket and make things happen, Tom Brady can't do that. He has to sit back there and he has to pick you apart from there. Whereas Mahomes can do it right there. He's done it on injured ankles. He can pick you apart from the pocket or outside of the pocket. He can improvise. Mm-hmm. He can run. He can get out of the pocket and get you a good 20, 30 yards. You saw that run he did that basically got them the game.
Yep.
I just feel like Mahomes is more versatile than Brady is. Whereas, like, if Brady has, like, some part of his O-line missing, he's probably going to get attacked. All you got to do is make him uncomfortable. Whereas Mahomes, like, how are you going to attack Mahomes?
Well, here's the thing. You make
valid.
You make valid.
It goes back to how athletic Mahomes is. Yeah, we keep going back to it.
So you and Eric are basically picking Mahomes. I'm going to side with John. I think I'm going to go with Tom Brady and the Patriots. Reason being is because, like John said, we've already seen this matchup. Although that was with the Bucs, right? With Brady.
He's being protected by 8th graders.
Yeah, but I get that. But here's the
he looks like an 8th grader.
But Dogs like one,
and that's true, right? I think Eric's basically saying the same thing. He lost his O-line in the AFC Championship.
The whole O-line was gone.
He lost his O-line and his ankle.
Right, got it 100%. But here's the thing: we've already seen this song and dance with. You put a good defense against up Mahomes, he's gonna struggle. He's gonna struggle, and it happened with the Bucs. The Bucs had a really, really good defense when they beat the Chiefs that one year with Brady and Mahomes. Mahomes couldn't do anything. So we're talking a Patriots team when you just said it with a probably even greater defense than the Bucs had against this version of Mahomes. I'm gonna go Brady and the Patriots. It's not look if we're talking today's game, obviously you want to go offensive with the Chiefs, but we're talking if we're talking previous game like from the past, you want to go Tom Brady and the Patriots with that defense. But if you're putting them head to head, you're not going to be able to score points on a really, really good defense. Especially with the O-line you had, not just this year, but even the year you lost against the Bucs, or just in general, because he hasn't really had a great offensive line in his whole career. Patrick Mahomes.
Right. I mean, Jose, to go to your point, as much as I love Mahomes and like that's our GOAT right now, NFL's GOAT.
Yeah.
Think back to his first Super Bowl. I mean, he almost lost against the 49ers defense.
Yeah.
That he had an offensively better team than he did just this past weekend. Yeah. As I say, you can't. It comes down to like the coaching. Just you cater to the quarterback, and then speaking of catering to the quarterback, we're going to talk about that with Justin Fields a little later. But it goes down to I would riskly matchup for matchup, give me Bill Belichick and Brady's versus Andy Reid and Mahomes any day.
Like I said, that literally depends on the team. I can't really count that Super Bowl where Brady beat them down like that. I can't hold that against Mahomes because of he was down 4 offensive linemen. He had 1 starter. The Bucs,
right?
The defense got super hot. You saw what they did to Green Bay. You saw what they did to New Orleans. Like they was running ragged through that playoffs. No way a bunch of rookies on the O-line was going to be able to hold down Mahomes. He was in his own territory the whole game. So that's why I really can't hold that against them. The 49ers, yeah, their D had him in check for a while, but hey, you saw what he did. He figured them out. He found a way to get him back in. Just like with this Eagles game. This Eagles defense set a record in sacks, and he still found a way to pick them apart. The first half wasn't all that, but second half you saw he figured it out. He found a way to pick them apart, and I feel like he can do that. He can do that against any defense. Him and Andy Reid will find a way to figure it out. I know.
But CP, I don't mean to cut you off. I also believe Brady and Belichick would beat this Eagles team that he just beat.
Yeah.
It comes down to the coaching experience. I mean, yes, I'm sorry, it's not even Doug Peterson no more. I'm tweaking. What's his name?
Sirianni.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. You seen those reels of it's talking about his quarterback's more mature than he is. I'm sure y'all seen that going around. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the coaching and quarterback matchup, and Belichick and Tom Brady, they're up there. Phil Jackson and MJ, Phil Jackson and Kobe, LeBron and whoever he picks as his GM or coach.
Come on, bro. This ain't got to do with LeBron.
LeBron is the head coach. What are you talking about?
I mean, LeBron's wife is probably the coach. He called her the real MVP. But anyways, I'm just saying, I would take, just from experience. I mean, granted,
no, I get it.
Let Mahomes, keep going on the streak he's going right now, then we're gonna have fucking our kids saying Mahomes is the best quarterback they've ever seen in their life.
There's no wrong answer here, to be honest.
Right.
Except Eric answers, they got 23 years of this. Like, I get it,
bro. Like Mahomes just starting, bro.
Right. I get
Mahomes just starting, dude. I'm telling you, we're gonna have our kids arguing with these old heads. Like, our kids are gonna be saying Pat Mahomes, and the older people are gonna be saying Tom Brady. They're gonna be like, what?
Unfortunately, I don't think Andy Reid will hang in there as long as Bill Belichick did.
Bro, you know what? If they keep winning, bro, why not? I mean,
I think you're gonna get
addicted. You're gonna get addicted to winning. Okay, Kansas City's gonna fucking build this man a statue, whatever the hell he wants. They'll fucking
2-3 years at the most left in him. I don't see Andy Reid going past 3 years.
They're gonna name a fucking a burger food chain in Kansas City just after Andy Reid. Literally, that man
he
got the
definitely
keys
gonna
to
retire after that.
For real. Shout out to Josh who's watching our stream right now. Free Eric Saul Avila for real. He's on a date, man. His girlfriend's birthday is today.
It's his girl's birthday, bro.
Wow.
It's her birthday today. My sister's birthday today. So happy birthday to her.
Sir. She happy birthday, Laura. Yeah.
2 days in a row.
Real quick, let's reset real quick. You guys listen to the Jca Sports Podcast alongside Jonathan Pelayo and CP in the building. We appreciate you guys watching. We're talking NFL Super Bowl, and then we also went into a little bit who would you rather have, this version of Mahomes and the Chiefs in their prime against Brady and Belichick in their prime against those New England Patriots, those dominant Patriots who won 7 championships together. It's pretty split down to even. Eric and CP both said the Chiefs, and John and I both said the Patriots. But you guys hit it right in the head. There's no wrong answer here. You can literally go either or because both teams are.
It's a coin toss. Yeah,
it really is.
They're both dynasties.
Yeah, they really are.
They're both dynasties. They're both goats. You know,
and
like Chiefs, I said, hey, I said this a couple weeks ago. Mahomes is one Super Bowl away from passing Aaron Rodgers. He's done that. I don't care what you Packers fans say, bro.
It's true.
I don't give a fuck.
How can you go against that argument? Mahomes is definitely over Aaron Rodgers. There's nobody over Mahomes right now other than Tom Brady.
Listen, look, as talented as Aaron Rodgers is, put him on this Chiefs team. I don't think he beats the Eagles.
Oh no, not at all. No,
not this year. If you're talking like
put Mahomes on Green Bay.
If you're talking like 5-6 years ago, Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
Hold on. Put Mahomes on Green Bay when Devontae Adams was still there. He'll cash in the Super Bowl.
Oh my God!
He'll cash in the Super Bowl.
In the NFC. Oh my God! Yes, they're coming out every year.
Speaking of Devontae Adams, his former quarterback Derek Carr just been released yesterday, guys. Mm-hmm. He's in the free market. He's a free agent. If you guys had to guess which team will pick him up, which one would it be?
It's gonna be the Saints. I don't see him going anywhere. I don't see him going anywhere else other than the Saints. I mean, what you said, the Colts? I
think the Colts, you know, the only reason I said the Colts is because they've had a trend of recycling quarterbacks.
Exactly. Don't you think they want to draft one right now?
Derek Carr is draft one, but I still see them signing Derek Carr.
But the thing is, John, I feel like
they're not going to pay him what the Raiders were paying him.
But I feel like that's been their downfall, though.
Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz.
Okay,
Matt
but
Ryan.
but realistically, you know, to counter that point, Derek Carr is the youngest of all these, you know, old ass quarterbacks they've been signing.
Carson
Wentz, it's a little bit of stuff.
Carson Wentz not old. He's just inconsistent.
He's not old. He's not old, but his game is old.
He has an upgrade. He has an upgrade from the three that we just mentioned.
He is an upgrade, though. I think Derek Carr is a bum. Me personally, I wouldn't take him on the Bears. I said this years ago when it was in conversation. Whatever team gets him, you're not a playoff team.
I can see him in Atlanta. I can see him in either New Orleans or Atlanta.
Is he better than Marcus Mariota? Yeah, I mean he proved that when Mariota was his backup.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's okay. If it's not, who else is a free agent that might go to the? Okay, if the Saints don't get Carr, then the Saints will probably get what? Jameis Winston, Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, if you rank him in order, I'll probably put Jimmy G, Derek Carr, then Jameis Winston. You know, I mean, and then there's talks to Aaron Rodgers if he decides to opt out that contract, but.
Carr is showing flashes though. He's definitely capable. I mean, I know he had a
he's shown flashes
this year, but I mean, we forget about last year. He was pretty good last year.
When you put some weapons around him, he's pretty good.
I was just gonna say
they barely lost to the Bengals.
Okay, I was just gonna say last year they made the playoffs. Imagine if you had Devontae Adams on that team, it would have looked a lot better even then. This year, I really do think it was just coaching that fucked them up. I do.
Yeah, I don't think Josh McDaniels is.
Nah, coach. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
I mean, this is his second go around. Or second or third go around as a head coach.
Third,
right? And
he's failed both times.
He's failed both times.
He's failed both times with the realistically on paper is a good team.
Right. Exactly. So you have the Raiders have a way better record than most of these teams that even made the playoff. I mean, not better record, better talent than most of these teams made the playoffs. You had Josh Jacobs as your running back, Devontae Adams as your wide receiver. You have a tight end.
The tight end was injured majority of the year.
He was injured majority, but you got players in that squad, man.
Yeah, but also it comes down to like I feel like every year, Derek Carr has been thrown under the bus in his career on the Raiders. So as far as like this year, it's kind of like the organization had to decide like between coach and the quarterback. And if you have a quarterback that's hasn't won, you know, with how many changes at quarterback, offensive, you know, lineman, offensive receivers, it's like, okay, it's time for you to go. Especially because Derek Carr's not a $40 million quarterback.
No.
Oh, I forgot they gave him that. But
no, they released them right before it was guaranteed. But so that's another factor we got to consider. Like, it's wherever he goes, he's taking a pay cut.
It's not going to work.
But it's for a reason.
If he goes to the Colts or the Texans or any of those teams that are at the top of the draft, it's just not going to work. The only way I see it working is at New Orleans or maybe New York with the Jets, because those teams are already built.
I feel like New Orleans has a worse coach than Josh McDaniels.
Dennis Allen's the coach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Okay, but I'm saying as a whole, look at the team. Look at the coach. The defense ain't what it used to be. It ain't no fucking Sean Payton defense. You know, it's also is Michael Thomas. You know, was Hall of Famer back then. Is he even gonna be a shell of what he was?
Chris
Olave. You know, it's right, but he's no Devontae Adams.
You still got Alvin Kamara. You still got Olave. There's some weapons on that team, John.
I mean,
that defense isn't bad.
That defense ain't bad. I think they're mid. Offense is mid. If you bring in a mid quarterback in the equation, you got mid all around.
In the NFC, bro, Derek Carr goes there. He can definitely win the NFC South with the Saints.
That division, if the Bucks don't get somebody like Aaron Rodgers or
that's not happening.
I mean, hey, there's talks that Aaron Rodgers might go to Miami. So what they gonna do with Tua? You put Tua on the Bucks, I think they make some noise.
Well, I don't see that happening either.
I'm saying unless the Bucks get a legit quarterback, then Derek Carr on the Saints can win the division and make it to the playoffs.
Well, here's the thing: we've mentioned so many teams that need quarterbacks, right? This is either good or bad for the Bears. Reason being is because you have guys like Derek Carr out there, you have guys like Jimmy Garoppolo out there. There's a lot of moving in that position in quarterbacks in this league right now. So it's like how sold are the guys coming out of the draft? These other teams are, right? But this is a good segue to the next topic, which is, you know, I'm going through TikTok yesterday. I mean, not TikTok. I'm going through Twitter yesterday. I always go on the sports to see what's trending, and I see Justin Fields trending. Okay, why is Justin Fields' name trending on Twitter? Right?
It's so irritating.
I look, and it's an episode of Colin Cowherd, yesterday's episode.
Can't stand him.
He even went on today.
I hate him.
He even went on today, furthering, just explaining more about why he feels Justin Fields or the Bears are better off trading away Justin Fields and drafting Bryce Young for that number one pick in quarterback position. He made some pretty valid points.
He did.
I'm not going to lie.
When he talked, yes.
You said Colin Cowherd, right?
Yes, Colin Cowherd. He made some pretty
on the herd.
Valid points. Yeah. On the herd.
I'm gonna check this out.
Go ahead,
CP. Go ahead and look at it. Me and Jose were debating what you.
No, hold on. I can play a little bit of it. I think I have it here.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll play it on the mic so you guys can hear it.
It's foul, dude.
Let me get to Actually, you know what? I saved the part on my phone.
This is the same guy that said Ben Simmons was a top 5 player.
So. Yep.
That's true.
I feel like, bro, every year, you know, it's not just him. It's not just him. I mean, I get it. It's their job. You know, I call myself Johnny Blasphemy for fun, but I feel like for them to stay relevant, they gotta say some blasphemy, some stupid ass shit on live television.
They got to
stay relevant.
Skip,
they got to.
Max, all of them. They
Skip,
got to
Max,
say this.
except my uncle Shay. You know, he keep it real. Even Stephen A. Bro, honestly, I hate watching First Take now. Shout out to Jay. He put Stephen A. on. You know, he called out Stephen A. a couple weeks ago. We haven't seen Jay back on the show. We haven't seen Jay back. You know, it's a reason for that. But I was watching it at the gym today because I don't know if you've seen that they got Mad Dog Russo on as
He's
First
terrible.
Take, which is stupid. I feel like that's just literally just, you know, it's an ass pull. But it's literally like Stephen A. is so fucking rude and disrespectful on his own show. Like, these people will be talking, giving their points, and he's just there rolling his eyes. They, you know, because they split the screen, the camera on him, and he's just kind of like looking at them like, are you done? Are you done? Because he sounds stupid the whole time they're talking.
They paid this man $30 million.
It's stupid. It's stupid as hell. It's so they had him on like a Kelly Clarkson show. He did a Super Bowl bet and lost, but it's like it's so frustrating. Like, and then Perkins got no business being on First Take. I'm sorry, we're getting beside the point.
Let me know if y'all hear this good or not.
To me, one you have to really think about, and he's not a star. Right. I think the one you have to think about, and he's not a star, and you really got to think about this, put your pom-poms down in Chicago, is moving off Justin Fields. Here's why. In 2 years, he's been bad and bad. Well, the offensive line. No, it's actually rated 14th in the NFL. Burrows is rated significantly worse this year. In 2 years, he completes 59%, has a passer rating under 80, 24 TDs and 21 picks. It's bad. Justin Herbert started first game as a pro. He told he was starting 5 minutes before the game. His offensive line that year was ranked dead last in the league, and his coach was uncreative and got fired. He put up huge numbers. His offensive line is significantly worse as a rookie than the Bears this year. Andrew.
That's just part of it, right?
That's done, bro. The minute he said Justin Fields wasn't a star, cap.
What?
He goes on and says a lot more stuff, right? He goes on.
He goes on.
You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on his show, Colin Cowherd. That's courtesy of Colin Cowherd's show on Fox Sports.
On the Herd. Yeah, on the Herd.
Yeah, make sure we put that out there, right? Courtesy of them. But yes, he goes on. That his point is that our offensive line this year wasn't the worst offensive line in the entire NFL. You have teams like the Giants. You have teams like the Bengals. You have teams like the Chargers who have a worse offensive line. You've seen those teams still be able to do more with less than what Chicago has.
You know, it's
he didn't bring up the lack of receivers.
No, he didn't. I didn't play that part. He does acknowledge later on that they have receivers, but he did go on today and said that Darnell Mooney is a better wide receiver than any of the Giants wide receivers in New York. He said if you put Darnell Mooney, he said if you put Darnell Mooney in the New York,
he's
number
Evan
one.
Ingram is a better receiver than fucking Mooney. You know, Saquon Barkley. I'm sorry. I missed the Giants part. I'm not gonna stun on here. But I did hear your part where he compared him to Joe Burrow and the Bengals that you sent us, and I did catch a glimpse of it on TikTok this morning. But, you know, I swear, like, you know, all that shit they say, like they read what your text messages, because the minute you sent that, it came up on my page. You know.
Yeah,
but,
no, it's weird.
But no, because he's trying to compare. First of all, you can tell he doesn't watch Bears games.
Right.
Us fans that watch the Bears games every single week, you know, literally I fucking switch shifts, watch the game on my phone at work if I can't turn the shift, call off, whatever. We fucking watch these games, you know, like our lives depended on it. We literally have seen Justin Fields become a star. He's getting respected in the league for being on a shitty ass team.
These games were competitive because of him.
If he's not a star right now, he's at least on the verge to be a star. You know, months ago we were comparing him to Lamar Jackson, and that's a valid comparison. You know, Lamar Jackson has the MVP on his belt. Put a better team around him, he's fucking a Super Bowl champion. So you give Justin Fields a good ass team, you best believe, not just talking on my ass, I'm a Bears fan, we legit will be fucking Super Bowl contenders, at least NFC Championship contenders. You give this man a team. And it's just like Darnell Mooney, straight cheeks, bro. Everybody that had hopes on him, everybody drafted him on fantasy football leagues, people that bet on him to go over like 60 yards every week, hate themselves, shoot themselves in the foot because this man was so ass. And it's not just the Fields' fault. We literally could not see this man get any separation. And then I heard Colin say that we have a legit running back. Yes, Montgomery is good, but he's kind of good by default. You look around the league, he's a B-lister at best. You know, if our running back committee is B-list, our fucking wide receiver because he brought up Cole Kmet too, which Eric had pointed out several times that Kmet is getting good at blocking, but is he putting up Travis Kelce number? Is he putting up old Jimmy G numbers?
Well, here's the thing. Today, like I said, he went back at this conversation today in his episode. So what he basically said today that they have a good young tight end in Cole Kmet. They have a great running back core with Montgomery and Herbert. And
I wouldn't call our core great.
I mean, he said it was a committee. Their committee was great, which they were because they were ranked. They were ranked top three in the entire NFL that's last season, right?
But I would also consider Justin Fields in that committee because he runs better than all of them.
I get that, right? But he also says he also goes on and says that Darnell Mooney is a better wide receiver than most people think. You put him in the Giants, he's a number one. Also goes and says Chase Claypool, his rookie year, had a great season. Great.
Claypool was so. I mean, I was so happy for the Claypool trade, and it was a fucking bust.
Exactly.
You know? But he's wrong. To what he pointed out yesterday, he compared them to Justin Herbert's rookie on the Chargers, bro. My man's had Keenan Allen. He had 2 Pro Bowlers on the team, Keenan Allen and Joey Bosa. Aside from that, he still had Austin Eckler. He still had Hunter Henry, and he still had fucking
Mike Williams.
One more thing. One thing he did say that I agreed with is that you had Khalil Mack and you had Roquan Smith on this defense, and you guys couldn't do a damn thing. What makes you think if you keep Justin Fields and you go on and you get someone like Will Anderson that this team's going to be way better? That I do agree with in that aspect, but what he's missing is the fact that we need to upgrade on the offense. And once we do that, our offensive line wasn't the worst, but it still wasn't good enough to help Justin Fields and his passing attack. Yes, our wide receivers aren't the worst.
We're the bottom. We're the bottom in the NFL.
But they're still not good enough to help Justin Fields in his passing attack. And that's where he's missing.
No separation at all was being created.
No, none at all. And then our defense, this is, I could say from when we first got Khalil. Yeah, okay, let's go. Because he brought Khalil Mack. From when we first got Khalil Mack, when we traded him, it was a good trying to trade him business-wise. I feel like we could have got more for him, only because our best years were behind us because we didn't have the right defensive coordinator for this defense. Bruno, it is what it is. Vic Fangio's been the best defensive coordinator we've had. That team was clubbed up for a reason when he was here. As soon as we let go to Kyle Fuller, as soon as we let go of, traded Mac, it was only a matter of time that we were going to get a Roquan Smith. I fault the Bears for not getting what they didn't get out of him, but it's just, you could tell this is a person that doesn't watch the games, and it's so fucking frustrating. Like, okay, because you put him on another team, he's gonna fucking thrive. That team's probably in the playoffs. If you don't trade him to like between the 20 and below ranked teams, they're in the playoffs.
Yeah. CP,
Lewis, what do you think? Scoot over now.
CP, what do you think about what he's saying? Would you trade Justin Fields? I'm pretty sure you won't, though.
No.
I can't hear you, CP. I think you're muted. 1 second. All right, back? Yeah, I hear you now. You're good.
Yeah. I've heard this conversation from hella sports shows, hella talk shows, and about trading Justin Fields, and I'm just like, first of all, Bryce Young, he's great. Like I like what I see from him, but at the end of the day, he's 6 feet tall. He's really short, really little. Like he won't survive with that Bears O-line. Justin Fields made Bears play exciting because of he was able to fight through that. Like he's 6'3", he's about 225, 230, that area. Like he made plays on his own. And I just don't feel like you should get rid of something like that. And we saw him get better at passing as these years have gone by. We're seeing Justin Fields' progression in the passing game. It's there. He just don't do it as often as he should because he really don't have it like that. Like he don't have it like these other teams have with receivers. Like he don't have, like, we just see a flash play here and there. I just don't see in any circumstance we would be successful if we trade him. What, we're going to trade him and we're going to draft Bryce Young? Are we still going to build the line? Like, are we still going to build the O-line? Like, no. I like what I see from Fields. I do not want to get rid of Fields. It just doesn't make sense to me right now. Like, this is the perfect opportunity. You have the most cap space in the NFL. You have all these draft picks. Like, it's time now. I don't, like, stand by Fields. Like, he made Bears, like, people watch the Bears because of Justin Fields. If he wasn't on that team, the Bears wouldn't be getting any national TV games or any acknowledgement at all.
Yeah.
They finished with a horrible record, and people, you wouldn't even know that by the way the people talk about the Bears.
Yep. Our co-host and colleague Eric Avila in the chat. He said he's just looking at overall stats and record. He didn't see the last 8 to 10 weeks of the Bears season. where he performed. Told you guys to hold off on Star Talk as far as Justin Fields goes. But it says on to better news. We are going to Arlington. That being because the Bears finally closed in.
Arlington is not better news.
Agreement. But anyway,
I say y'all happy about that?
I am.
No.
I am.
Hell no.
I am. I'm one of the pro Arlington guys.
All right, man. I hate that move.
I love it. I love it. So, but again, regardless of the fact, we're all right here. As far as he has not seen this, he's not seen any Bears game. He's looking purely just off stats alone, and maybe a couple of highlights. But you can't sit here and tell us that Justin Fields needs to go because he hasn't had I don't know. He hasn't had it as hard as some of these other
bad, bro. He called him bad. Like
how? I don't see how you get
bro,
that.
This guy almost broke the rushing record.
Right. No. Obviously, we don't want that from our quarterback. We don't want the single most rushing yards in a season from our quarterback. I get that, but
he doesn't have a choice.
He has no choice. Exactly. What else do you want him to do? If your wide receivers who are supposedly good cannot get separation, what do you want him to do? Take sacks? Yeah, come on now. It makes no sense whatsoever.
We got the wrong St. Brown. We got N'Keal Harry.
The wrong St. Brown.
Great.
We got N'Keal Harry. Who else was
there? Byron Pringle. You had Bayless Jones. Bayless Jones. I mean, who else? There's a whole bunch of other guys who kept dropping passes. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? He wasn't watching what we were watching, basically. Eric's like, why do you guys hate the Arlington move? The profit, the exposure overall, better stadium. I agree. That's why I'm with Eric 100%. I don't care if it's the Chicago Bears, the Arlington Bears. They're the Bears. They're still in Illinois.
I'm not calling them no damn Arlington Bears.
You're still able to go to the games. You're still able to root for them. They're the Bears. They're still in our neck of the woods. So
They're not, bro. They're in the suburb. They're not, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. They're just moving. Like, you know what I mean? And they're moving to a better stadium with better exposure, more money being poured into the team. Like, I don't see anything negative about it.
I'd rather stay here on Lake Shore. You know,
a dome? No,
I'd much rather.
John, think about it. December 12th, whatever. 30 degrees minus below 30 degrees here in Chicago.
Yep, I've been there. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
I've been there.
They know, but come on. It's better to go in a dome where you can just take your jacket off, you can just chill.
Okay, then turn.
You don't have to worry about dying outside. You know what I mean?
Then renovate Soldier Field into a dome.
No, the thing is, I don't blame Chicago for doing it. I don't blame the Bears for doing it. I want it,
bro. You're literally gonna have to spend a weekend in Arlington to go see a Bears game.
Right, but yeah, okay, but Eric makes a good point. How many teams don't play in their cities? Like, none of the New York teams play in their cities. You know, it's like, come on.
All right, okay. Why we gotta follow them? Be your own person, bro.
Look, and it's like you've been there. You know how hard it is to get in and out that stadium.
Yes,
he has a point, bro. Getting inside Soldier Field is annoying as hell.
It is. Oh, I know. I've taken an Uber to Soldier Field.
Bad.
You know, I've tailgated and taken a bus to get into the stadium. Probably like what should be 5 minutes is half an hour away. I get it, but man, if that's how it is now, Arlington's gonna be worse, bro. Like, you might as well just book a weekend to go over there. You know, yeah. I mean, them moving is gonna cost more for us. You know, yeah. There's more attractions. You know, there's rumors they're gonna build a casino, a hotel. Yeah, that shit sounds all dope and everything, but as far as for us people, you know, that fucking, you know, ain't got it like that, it's gonna cost us more to go see.
It's gonna cost. It is gonna cost more. It was already expensive enough to begin with. Yeah, it was already expensive enough to begin with, but it's gonna cost more.
We're a shitty team. If we become a better team at a better stadium, that's gonna cost us way more to go fucking see them play, bro.
Like, next year is gonna be hectic because based off what they do this offseason. If they build a great team this offseason.
Absolutely. Jose, let's be real. To CP2, we're all dads here. You know, How expensive would it be right now to take your kids to a game at Soldier Field?
Yeah, I won't take my kids.
Pretty pricey. Pretty pricey.
I'm buying two tickets max. That's gonna be me for me and my girl.
You and your girl, right? You're gonna take you and your girl. But fast forward to when they're in Arlington Heights. Let's say your kids get into the sports they want to go. How expensive is it gonna be to take you, your girl, and your kids to Arlington Heights to catch a Bears game?
Right now, at this point in my life,
thinking about the girls at this point.
At this point in my life, that's tax money.
I'd rather take them to fucking Disney World, bro.
Right, you're right.
Than the Bears game, shit.
You're right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. But regardless of the fact, it's gonna get expensive no matter. It's gonna be expensive no matter what. I'd rather it be expensive when it's worth it. I'd rather pay that much money. I'd rather pay that much money in a dome than outside where there might be raining or snowing. It's like, I'd rather be inside.
Jose, is it worth it if we lose?
We won't lose though. This stadium won't be built. And for another 5 years.
I'm saying if the Bears fucking lose that game that you go to one game and let's say
you pay for the experience. You pay for the experience.
One game in 3 years. Is it worth it if they lose?
If they lose a close game, no, it's not. If they get blown out by like 50, then yeah, it's like okay.
Considering what we think of Fields and what we're like saying about him, like it's just going to be just great. Just even watching him play in person, this is the best time to be a Bears fan in years.
You're probably better off spending your money to go see him away.
Now that being said, right?
That's a good experience.
Right. I was gonna say that being said, I much more enjoy being at home, watching the game where you with people you love, with good food on the grill, big screen TV. Like it's a good experience regardless, right? We don't really have to go, but if I'm viewing it that way, I think it's better off for the players to have a way much better stadium around them. Like being in the dome means maybe it could equate to more wins, not having to deal with that with the wildness.
I get it because it could attract a Super Bowl here, but it's like realistically, are we trying to go to Super Bowl?
Hey, you never know.
Tickets
could be won.
Us personally, are you gonna dish out that cash to go see the Super Bowl?
I personally wouldn't, right? Unless I have it like that. However, it being in Chicago or not Chicago, but it being in Illinois does give you better chances to somehow getting in, whether it's through work, whether it's through tickets winning, like maybe winning tickets somehow, some way in the radio. Either way, it's chances there.
You gotta put Eric's last comment on the chat because he's coming at you. Okay, and I got a response because I got your back.
He said, "Bro, you barely cook."
He said, "Bro, mind you, time out."
I never said I cook. I just said, when you have stuff on the grill.
Yeah, time out, because Eric is rooting for Arlington and all that. I get it, but I've seen Eric firsthand stop watching the game just to go cook because we're that bad. So if you do that at home, you're definitely not gonna go spend money to go to Arlington Heights to go see them play. Stop the cap, bro. I've seen this man drive to Indianapolis instead of watching the Bears game at home. Literally.
Damn, Mary called you out.
And he hasn't invited us, which is another story for another day. But he got a brother that lives over there, like blocks away from the Colts Stadium, supposedly.
Right. We can all agree that Colin Cowherd is an idiot.
Absolutely.
And the Bears should
I've known that for years.
Right. He's always been an idiot, bro.
Right.
He's just, I really think it's the way he talks. His co-host, she kind of decent though, so I
don't even see her there anymore. But
you know what I'm saying? They got to switch it up. But
regardless of the fact, yeah, he's an idiot. So we're not believing.
I literally put a block on Fox Sports 1 so I don't have to see him.
Wow. Your boy Justin loves him some The Herd Show.
Me and Justin have argued about that for years. I will never understand his love for college.
I would literally take Undisputed over The Herd.
So I'll tell you what.
You say Undisputed.
I was a Cowherd fan when he was in ESPN, when he was on ESPN Radio, when I would drive to Maryville, when I was the GM for Locker Room, my lids.
Yeah.
Every time I would go there, I would always listen to Colin Cowherd. I was a fan of his. But since he moved, yeah, he's been getting a lot more.
He just talks out his ass, bro.
He really has.
Yeah, I literally think they do it for ratings.
They do. I'm telling you, they all gotta say some stupid shit just for the ratings.
Don't never switch up, y'all. Don't never Eric, Jose, John, don't never come on here saying crazy shit.
We're not done yet. We're not done yet.
I need y'all to keep it real.
We gotta keep it real. We gotta keep it real, bro.
We gotta talk about the Bulls before we go. We gotta talk about how they did absolutely nothing last week at the trade deadline. We have yet to have a show since it happened. So yes, it might be old news, but it's still news that annoys the hell out of us. Look, I've been the guy who says keep Zach LaVine, don't trade Zach LaVine, and I'm okay. And I'm still that guy. That doesn't mean I didn't want a trade. That doesn't mean I didn't want to see something happen here with the Chicago Bulls.
We're on the verge of losing players. Forget trading.
And yet, they do nothing.
At this point, I know you're against it, Jose, but in general, the Bulls have been so bad that they probably scared Russell Westbrook away.
Bro, that's saying something, right? That's saying something.
We just lost to the Magic and Pacers back to back, dude.
We had a 24-point lead today.
Only two teams didn't make the trades. It was the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Chicago Bulls. The Cleveland Cavaliers, I understand.
But what's crazy, and I've said this earlier, the Cavaliers at least made a big splash in the offseason. We didn't do shit.
They did everything they needed to do.
They're solid. You match up the Bulls versus the Cavs, I'm betting the Cavs every time. Every time. It's so bad. Like you can't even bet the Bulls at home. You can't bet the Bulls at home. They're talking about, after the last loss, they're talking about, like DeRozan's been having this injury for a minute. Like, okay, so here we go. All right. Vooch and Zach are finna go off. We blow a 15-point lead today against the Pacers.
24. We had a
24, bro. We got no fucking business. Exactly. I'm with Eric. Bring Westbrook. Hey, hold on, real quick. I know we didn't share this. I don't know if you guys saw it, but the Bulls on TikTok, they shared this thing where whoever works for the Bulls, they were giving the Bulls players little Valentine's Day cards as they were walking in.
Yeah.
And out of everybody in there, Zach LaVine was the most unhappy guy. You could just, I don't know if they were coming from practice or going into practice, but everybody had like a nice ass, mood. And then Zach LaVine was on the mic before they even gave it to him, just walking up, just huffing and puffing in a bad mood. They gave him the card. What the card said was kind of cool. It was something about like they use the word Zach as a pun on snack type of thing, for Valentine's Day. And then he kind of cheered up and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna give this to my wife." But literally, if you watch that clip, I'll send it to you guys later. Zach LaVine looks the most unhappy Bull.
We'll post it on Instagram.
Well, yeah,
I say this again because you had said this on last week's show, and it's like with these back-to-back embarrassing losses to the Magic and Pacers, bringing Westbrook on, could we really get any worse considering how we look now?
Bro, and Jose, you were saying don't bring in Kyrie, bro. Like,
look, I get it. Look, I'll be the first to admit when I'm wrong, and since I'm telling you, since these last like 3 or 4 games have been ferocious. I cannot believe that they've gotten. I can't believe that it's like they've gotten 20 times worse in a week. I'm like, how is this even possible? I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, maybe these guys were right. I'm like, I can't believe it.
Oh,
I can't.
We can't look any worse than we are now.
Granted, I would have preferred Kyrie over Westbrook. Who wouldn't?
I mean, obviously.
maybe besides Jose. Jose don't want nothing to do with
Kyrie. I would take Kyrie over Westbrook. Yes,
of course.
I just wouldn't, dabble in Kyrie. If there's other guys to get, I wouldn't dabble in Kyrie. I would have been KD. You know what I mean?
Bro, right. I would have gone all in for KD, all in for Kyrie. I would have give him the 4 draft pick, Zach LaVine, Kobe White, Pat Williams. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
You don't know basketball, Eric. You don't know basketball.
Oh my God. It's just, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like the way we just performed. It's like, come on, bro. And like you said, we didn't make no moves at the trade deadline. But
Vooch is an upcoming free agent, and we didn't even look at the trademark.
Vooch is gonna go to a contender and still do work.
Hold on. Just because I said I would rather have Kyrie and Westbrook now doesn't mean that I wasn't right about the coaching isn't right, about the system isn't right. I still believe in that in my heart. I still believe that if that would improve, this team would improve. All I'm saying is that I didn't think they would get much worse since that, and they've gotten much worse. And it's not because it's not because of what I said was wrong. I still believe what I said was right. It's just because the team just is not. It's not improving. I still believe that you get rid of Bilyanovin, you bring in a new coach, bring in a new system, and they might just turn around.
It has to be the right coach, because also the Bulls can bring in a piece of shit coach and make it so much worse.
It don't matter. If you bring in a coach at this point with this same roster, you honestly think it's going to be that much different? It's going to make that much of a difference?
I mean, with
the same roster.
The Bulls, they're going to do some stupid shit like, okay, let's bring in an inexperienced ass coach. Let's call up somebody that's been on the team, like everybody else has been doing. I mean,
they're going to hire John Lucas.
They're going to fucking call Kirk Heinrich to coach this team.
Right.
No, don't do that. Get someone like Rick Carlisle. Get someone like Greg Popovich.
You know they're not going to get none of them people.
Get someone like Eric Spoelstra.
Exactly. You know you're not going to get them, bro.
I know. But you need somebody like that. You need someone who's gonna put their foot in Zach LaVine's ass and in DeMar DeRozan's ass.
Okay.
You need someone like that.
Okay, Jose, let me ask you this. Who's the player that needs a foot up their ass the most? DeRozan or LaVine?
Why does DeMar lead a foot up his ass?
You see what he's been playing?
I think
we'll give him the injury, bro. We'll give him the injury on the side.
He's averaging 26, 5, and 5.
Here's the thing: they both need it.
Yeah, like a month ago.
No, hold on. They both need it.
You're talking to a man that gambles every day. DeRozan's been burning me all this month of February.
Look, they both need it. LaVine needs it more.
Why does DeMar need it?
The only reason why I say DeMar needs it is because I feel like his style of play is one of the reasons why the Bulls haven't been great as a team, because they need more of an up and down. Ball needs to be shared throughout the entire. Everyone needs to touch it. But when it gets to DeMar, he ISO so much, it hurts everyone else. It gets them cold.
Which relates to why Zach is unhappy, because he's not that guy.
Yes.
But DeRozan has earned the right to be that guy and be that ball hog.
That I agree with.
Need it most.
That I agree with, but you still need to try it out. You still need to give the ball. Maybe give the ball to Zach 90% of the. I don't know how many, but 70,
90.
What we need is a point guard to handle the ball 90% of the time.
Yes, that I agree with. But I guess what I meant, like, between Zach and DeMar.
I see rumors of that John Wall might even consider coming out. I mean, I personally wouldn't like John Wall here. He's way past his prime. Although they did him bogus, sent him back to the Rockets.
I saw him with the Clippers this year. He's
done. He's done. It's just sad. I mean, we're cursed on the point guards. Ever since George got injured, we're cursed for point guards.
This year's over. I don't think we're gonna make a playing.
We're gonna have to donate our knees to Lonzo.
This year's over.
We don't need knees, guys.
Bro, this year's over. Vooch is gonna walk, and DeRozan will probably get traded.
I don't know why we're convinced we can even bring him back with the way we look right now. Why would Vooch want to come back to this team?
Vooch?
That's the thing.
Probably
that's
because we pay him the most.
That's what pisses me off. I didn't want much change. I really didn't want much change, but the fact that we're not, it's looking more and more that Vooch is not going to resign, and the fact that we're just going to lose him for nothing.
If he walks, we're going to look so damn stupid.
We're going to look so bad.
Vooch averages a double. Whether he don't put up
teams in the league need centers like him that can shoot, that can rebound,
dude. And it's so frustrating, And I was talking to my boy about this yesterday because my boy FaZe, Fies, sorry, he loves the Bulls. He loves the Bulls, and I show him, my basketball bets, and I literally cashed one yesterday, and he told me, like, oh, Sabonis double-double was risky. I said, no, bro. Sabonis is a walking double-double, and that's the guy the Bulls should have got last year when he was on the trade block, And it's like, if we, this is going back to, like, if we let Vooch walk, who's another walking double-double, whether he scores 15 or 20 points a game, he's going to average you a double-double. You let him go. I mean, yes, we drafted Pat Williams, but I don't see Pat Williams as that replacement walking double-double.
Nope. Not even close.
This front office that we really were fond of and high of last year, right now it's complete 180. Right now we're looking at these guys.
Jose, but the thing is,
side-eye, right? Like, we're looking at side-eye right now, like, bro, what's going on?
Yeah, like
Jose, but the thing is though, is our front office was so bad that we still have an upgraded front office. We still have an upgraded coach. We still have an upgraded team from what we're used to.
Yeah, but that's why I think it's the system, John. Because overall, on paper, you look at these guys, you put these guys in any other system, they're going to be a better player. But why aren't they a better here together? That's the only reason why I think it's coaching. I really don't like. I hate seeing coaches get fired because they're human too. They have families. I hate that shit. I really do hate it. But
I mean, they still got millions they're sitting on. Like,
right, I get it. But
that's what I'm saying. That's why I can't hold it against Billy right now until we get our team back. Until we can get a point guard that can, organize the play a little better. We saw how the Bulls looked last year. They looked a lot better last year when they had Lonzo.
They did. But that's the thing. We're missing a point guard. We've said that every single time. We're missing a floor general. We're missing a point guard. Like, Zach LaVine's not a point guard. DeRozan's not a point guard. As much as we love DeSumo, you're not that guy, pal. Caruso, he's great. He hustles. We need to keep Caruso. Defensively, he's great, but he's not your everyday starting point guard, and that's what the Bulls lack. That's why, regardless of what Jose says and other people say, like, yes, I would have gave up the 4 draft picks for Kyrie. I would have dealt with the headache of Russell Westbrook even for the rest of the year. Let it be an experiment. Link him back with his old coach. See how he does, averages triple-double.
And if it don't work, you got $47 million off your books. Like
exactly.
It's
bro.
just for a few months.
It's just for a few months. If it works out, give him a 1-year deal, a 2-year deal with the club option, player option, whatever. I just because regardless. I mean, Jose, I don't know. I know you're like a football and basketball guy, but just in general, overall, as an athlete, a change of going to a new team, a change of scenery helps you out tremendously.
Yeah,
so it's like who cares if we only have Westbrook for a few months? This would probably benefit him and benefit the Bulls because look at where we're sitting now. We desperately need a point guard. So if we have a Hall of Fame triple-double averaging point guard and the tail end of his career, fuck it.
I understand that, right? But the thing is, you bring that into the chaos that we have here. It's not automatically just going to get better just because of one player. That's my thing. You bring in someone as inconsistent mentally as Kyrie, and you bring him into this mess, it's not automatically going to be all sunshine and rainbows right after. Someone like Russell Westbrook, who's on the tail end of his career, who isn't playing great, I could see that argument that you're saying that maybe he comes in and plays better.
I don't like the Kyrie one. That's too many ball dominant people. Like you already got DeMar and Zach LaVine. Kyrie is ball dominant too. That's 3 of them on the same team.
I just feel like if this team is going to upgrade any position, yes, it has to be in the point guard position. Both those guys are an upgrade to what we have, but it has to be someone who's predominantly assists more than scoring. And I kind of feel both Russell Westbrook and Kyrie Irving are more of a scoring point guard than they are a playmaker.
Kyrie more so than Russ. I don't think Russ is as much of a scorer anymore.
But I think it comes down to, Zach LaVine is a great player when he's the number 1 guy. But I think when he's the number 2 on any team, he's not good.
He was good as a number 2 last year, though, when they made the playoffs.
Yeah.
What happened in the playoffs? We won 1 game against the Bucks, bro.
He was hurt.
Okay, but why is he unhappy right now? Because he's a number 2. He's a number 2 to a B+ NBA player. Because DeRozan ain't no A-list player. DeRozan's a Robin. What did I tell you guys? They're both fucking Robins. They're both Robins, and LaVine is not happy being a Robin. Yes, you're a $200 million Robin.
He's never going to be a Batman.
He's not going to be a Batman, but he wants to be. He's not happy.
He's not going to be a Batman.
DeRozan is cool being a Batman. But on this team, Robin. On this team, DeRozan's a Batman by default because of how Zach LaVine performs.
So you don't think, can Zach LaVine be the second best player on the championship team?
No, I don't. I think it mentally affects him. You put him on the Mavs, he's not going to be averaging 25 a game.
You put him on Milwaukee, he'll automatically be the second best player. And yes, I that's my answer.
Milwaukee might be the only way I see that, the only situation, and even then he has to change his game to work around Giannis. Like, because
you will. But
I think if you put him on Milwaukee just off the team chemistry they have ready, he'd probably be number 3 option.
I don't know.
I mean, but then again,
is he better than Chris Middleton though?
It depends though. I mean, Chris Middleton and Giannis, you're not gonna fuck up that chemistry bringing in Zach LaVine. I'm sorry, but you're gonna put Zach LaVine backseat to that 1-2 punch. Are you willing to bump Chris Middleton's chemistry with Giannis?
I would take Drew Holiday over Zach.
No way.
Facts.
No way.
Because Drew Holiday Drew Holiday accommodates Giannis and Middleton's style of playing. Zach doesn't do that.
I don't know, man.
Zach needs a ball in his hands. He needs to be.
We forget Drew Holiday used to be the best player on the Sixers back then. He changed his game. He reworked his game to fit.
Think about Jose. Let's sit back a bit and let's picture trading Zach LaVine to any contender right now. Is he okay? Put him.
He wouldn't make none of those teams better.
Fucking
send him to Miami with Jimmy. Right. Does that make them better?
Jimmy gonna make his ass cry. If you put him over with Joel Embiid, what's he gonna? You know, he's number 3 option.
I'm trying to look at the teams. I'm like, where can he be legit?
You put him on the Lakers?
Oh no,
it's a disaster.
It's a disaster.
Okay? Let's say you put him on the Phoenix Suns before the KD trade. Even still, he's not that guy. He's not number 1. He's not number 2. You put him on the Warriors.
Him and Booker would be horrible together.
You put him
Warriors,
on
he would have to come off the bench, literally.
That ain't fucking working.
He's literally coming off the bench.
I can see him being number 2 at Memphis.
That's because Memphis got nobody, bro. Ja Morant talking all that shit jinx his ass, bro.
I can see him being number 2.
Jinx his team, bro.
I can see him being number 2 in Memphis.
Okay. If you put him on Memphis, who are they beating in the West? Nobody.
Yeah, they're without him. He's they're a 2nd seed right now.
You put him on the team, Jose. They're not coming out the West.
You got well. Look, they're not coming out the West regardless. You put them on the team, and I get that.
You put them on the Memphis Grizzlies. Who the fuck?
I don't think they get out the first round.
Look, because of the way the Phoenix Suns are constructed, I agree with you.
No, okay. Take KD out, okay, before the KD trade. But realistically, people coming out the West, add Zach to the Grizzlies, they're not beating none of those guys. Because you're not expecting to see the Suns in the Western Conference.
I don't even
Finals.
like that pair playing together.
Facts, bro.
Giant Zach saying, would not bro. Work.
You put them on Boston, it ain't working. Even if you were to put him on the Nets when KD and Kyrie are still there, that ain't gonna work.
He's a good number 2 in Portland. They're not winning. He's a good number 2.
That's probably the only situation.
Okay, yeah,
because of Lillard and CJ.
You can put them there. You can put them there, but they're not gonna make it to no finals.
No, I mean not at all.
They'll make the play. They'll make the playing game.
Make a play, probably making it exciting.
But your goal is not to make the play. We should make the players with him on our team now.
I agree with you that you put him on a number 2. They're not a championship team, but you're saying he's the nowhere. He's a number 2 anywhere. I think he's a number 2 at Portland.
Yeah, he's a number 2 in the field. I'm just saying he can't make the championship as a number 2 nowhere. I just don't see it.
That's the thing. Yeah, he can't make the championship number 2 nowhere. He can't make the championship as a number 1 anywhere.
I think Milwaukee was probably the best bet in the championship.
The more you think about it, I think probably Portland might have been the best team.
Yeah, but they're not making a championship regardless. If we're talking.
But you know what? You know what though? The Bulls should have done whatever to get Dame over here.
Yeah, that I agree with.
Portland's not giving them up.
Give them 4 picks. I don't give a fuck.
Now, looking back at it now, I agree with you, John. Looking back at it now, I agree, 100%.
It's terrible, bro.
Even if it meant trading DeRozan, LaVine, I would agree.
Wait, you would give both of them up
for Damian?
No, it had to be. No. It had to be either one of them.
It has to be either one.
No,
you can't give up both.
If we could keep our picks and just give them 2, I'll take it.
No, you'd have to give them. You have to give them.
And then what?
You have to give
them. Watching Lillard play.
I'd rather build. I'd rather have I'd rather be Portland right now and build around someone like Damian Lillard than be the Bulls right now.
How old is
you
Damian
would want to
Lillard?
give him a number 2.
Lillard's been in the league like 10 years. What do you mean build around him?
You'd want to give him a number 2, Jose.
Point guard.
Jose, you'd want to give him a number 2.
By the time we finish build around him, he's gonna be ready to retire.
Vooch ain't a number 2. I'll tell you what. I'll give him Pat Levine and re-sign Vooch to pair him up with.
If we can trade Levine and a bunch of picks for a little,
if we could trade 4 picks plus Levine plus Pat Williams and I could give him.
KD is worth 4 picks. Do you really feel like Lillard is worth 4 first rounds?
Absolutely.
Plus Levine, no.
Absolutely.
2 first rounds and Levine.
3 first rounders.
We're talking. KD was worth 4 first
3
rounders.
first rounders, bro. This man averages 30 a game.
Oh, so does a few other players, but you're not giving up 4 first rounders.
4 first round picks.
KD is the only one going for the. KD is the only person going for that price. KD, Giannis, Luka, Jokic.
Okay, so
those are only players going for that price.
3 first rounders and 2 players.
Who are the 2 players? Who are the 2 players?
Fucking either Zach or DeMar, and then Bro, this man is averaging 31.4 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists a game.
I get that. It's just
and he's 32 years old, which is against him. So
that's my problem, John.
I agree with CP.
I'll bring it down to 3 first rounders and Zach LaVine for Dame.
He's 32.
Is that Aubrey? What's up, girl?
Hey.
What's up, man? ACP, we gotta talk after the show.
Oh my God,
you and I got a mutual friend in common that you've been holding out on me about.
Oh my God.
Do you know? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I probably know. Yeah.
Oh, bro, you're foul, bro.
Bro, I don't... Man.
Jose knows. You're fucking foul.
When we end the live, don't hop off. Just stay out here. It'll just be us 3, and we'll talk about it. There you go.
All right, but no, okay. How about 2 first rounders, 2 second rounders, and Zach LaVine for Dame?
You doing that, Jose?
Jeez, that's a lot of picks, bro. That's still 4 picks.
Okay, well, realistically, what's a reasonable trade for you to get Dame?
I'll do it today. I'll do it for today.
Yeah, today. Yeah, I'll do it today.
Oh yeah, look where we're standing now.
I'll do it today. I'll do it. 2 first round and 2 second round, and Levine, yeah, run it. I'll do it.
Okay.
Because then maybe you have a shot at re-signing Vooch next year. You still have DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, absolutely. Vooch will re-sign. If we get Dame, Vooch will re-sign, especially because we got DeMar under 1 more year.
Hell yeah, I'll take that.
Or even
add some better role players, you can make some noise in the East.
Absolutely. Jose, but would you still want a different coach?
It depends. Okay, if we have Lillard today, I would wait to see how that works. But if it's still shitty, then yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm not giving up on Billy until the Bulls take care of this point guard situation. I'm not holding it against him like Jose is.
Well, I'll take it. All right, guys. It's been a great show. Hour 25 minutes. Definitely, we appreciate you all listening. Everybody who's been in the comments, watching, commenting. Eric, Bay, Paulina, Joshua in the comments.
Joshua,
Jordan.
Happy birthday, Laura. Jordan, yep. Joe Shiesty.
We are always appreciate CP. Always hopping on. Jonathan Palaio here today.
Work allowed me to jump on. I'm about to hit 3 doubles this weekend.
Eric, we're proud of you of being a boyfriend, man. Continue to
do your thing, man.
Do your
thing. Happy birthday, Laura. And that's it for our show today, guys. We appreciate you. Make sure to follow us on all our social medias. This episode will be posted on our Spotify account and our Anchor account tomorrow. So if you wanted to listen to that, if not, it'll be on YouTube and of course Facebook. So yeah. Thank you guys. We appreciate you watching. CP, stick around. John, stick around. We'll talk about it. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Let's hit the outro. Where is it at? I'm fumbling right now. Hold on. There it is. All right, guys. See ya.